While driving my 2018 Coachmen Galleria to a concert the other day, I heard a loud bang, followed by a scraping noise when I was braking at an intersection. I slowly pulled off onto a side road and inspected the undercarriage of the vehicle. There are several items underslung in the Sprinter chassis, and I was concerned over what had broken. What I found was the front mounts of the freshwater tank cage had pulled free, and the front of the cage frame and the water tank were dragging on the street. After an hour or so of MacGyvering, I was able to drain most of the water from the tank. It was full, of course, and I was able to use one of the cargo straps I always carry to hang the front of the tank back up to the frame of the Sprinter. Here are some pictures of the aftermath and the repair once I got the rig back home and was able to inspect it. As you can see here, the vertical frame supports had broken loose from the chassis and dropped. One of the two bolts that holds the underframe to the vertical supports had also broken. Inspecting the mounting, one hole is intact, and the other looks as if whatever the mounting fastener was pulled right through. Comparing this to the rear mount of the assembly, which was still intact, shows that these vertical supports were mounted with what looked like self-tapping bolts into the frame. These would be fine if the load was static and vertical only. But when you brake with water in that tank, there is a significant horizontal deceleration force. This was a failure just waiting to happen. The method of repair was clear. I drilled through holes in the frame of the Sprinter and used a 3.5-inch, 1/4-inch bolt with a fender washer to spread the load and a lock washer on the support side to remount the tank frame. Since the rear mounts were intact and do not experience the same horizontal G-force as the front, not planning on drag racing the rig anytime soon. I left those as is. I will inspect them periodically now, though. I guess the moral of the story is that if you have a Galleria or similar coach, get some ramps that'll hold your vehicle and inspect the fixtures mounted under the coach so you don't get any surprises.